Hey everybody, welcome to Geeks and Rebels. I'm Brian. Here's Danny.
Yo, just adjusted the thing real quick.
So before we start, we have to make an announcement. The last episode that I had recorded had no sound, so we recorded a whole hour and like 10 minutes of like just us being stupid, and you cannot understand the context of what's being said. So
I think there's a re-recording in the future.
yeah, there's a possible re-recording in the future. We're definitely was supposed to be a part 2 anyway, so the same group of people that was there in the first video is supposed to be here for the next video, and I have not told them that there is no sound yet. I feel like I wasted their time. Actually, no, I know they didn't get their time wasted because we got drunk.
Nah, I think being with friends is pretty much
yeah, but it kind of blew me when when I go to like listen to the playback and there was no sound. I was like,
we fixed everything today.
Yeah, like I didn't even want to mess with anything anymore because like I was like, God damn it, no sound. And so I apologize to Alex, Gabby, Juliana, and our first timer of Amber, who had no idea she was going to be in the video, because she was just at the house, just there chilling, and then like I start setting up, she's like, "What's happening?"
She's like, "We're about to start a video."
Oh, I thought about saying that too. I was like, "Wait, that sounds super dirty."
You know what's funny though is to make funny jokes like that.
Mm-hmm.
And just to see people's reactions, like, we're going to make a video.
That's what, like, her facial reaction was just like,
what? I need an adult.
But, yeah, so there was no sound. We're going to try to do it again. But I had everything was going out just as planned. Like, in my head, I'm like, yeah, everything was working perfectly.
Yeah.
And then, like, I go to watch the video and there's no sound.
I seen bits of the video. And Brian's in one of the parts going like, ah.
Yeah, I think at one point we were so drunk, and then like I think Juliana starts bringing up a song, and I think we were both singing at the same time, and that's where I started like getting into it, and then like all of a sudden like you watch that video and there's just like no context of what's being said.
You know, it's funny though because when you see playback on some of the stuff that you've done in the past,
Mm-hmm.
even in with stream, when I'm looking at stuff, I'm looking like at what my character's doing,
Mm-hmm.
like. I just crack up because I'm just like, I remember playing that.
Yeah. Sometimes I cringe when I see myself in videos. So I'm like, man, like I do weird movements I didn't know I did. Yeah. So like right now, I'm pretty sure
this is my celebratory dance.
It was fun. Like, so I was just talking a little bit about last Thursday, seeing as how like no one will probably really understand what's happening because there's no sound. We got together. Mainly because Juliana was supposed to be there in the video before, but she was sick. So we got together, and Alex and Gabby really wanted to meet her because like I was telling them how like awesome she is when it comes to like cosplay and like anime and stuff, and she knows more about the lesser known anime than I do, and I know more about like the major stuff. But we both basically know the same thing, and like Alex and Gabby, like we're basically the same person. So she's a girl. And she's actually attractive. So it's
look, amen to you, brother. That's all I gotta say. Like, bro, yeah.
And so like they met her and like they really enjoyed having her there. They telling me like even after she left, they were like, yeah, bring her again. I was like, yeah. And I asked her like, do you want to be in the next video again? She was like, yeah, sure. So next video,
I hope we definitely fixed whatever volume issue that we had. Like it definitely, we were messing with the settings beforehand.
Yeah, like right after the previous video we did.
And
like, for some reason. Oh, wait, that's weird. How did we get sound when we did it? Because I didn't mess with anything after we did our video, and there was sound for that.
Bro, I don't even remember, dude. Like I was.
Like I know it's only been a week, but like it feels like there should have been more. Like I feel like something in between there somehow. I didn't mess with my laptop almost all week until Thursday.
You know what though? It's like when we were on your laptop. I know we're going off topic right now, but we were messing with the settings to kind of put the.
This is the key part.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so he's gonna get a lot of text messages and phone calls because today is his birthday. So everybody, you can give him a birthday shout out. I know it'll probably be belated by the time this video goes out.
Just don't. I turned 28, and then it's just like dude, I actually am 28 years old. Holy shit!
We're getting up there in age.
Like, yeah.
You know, it's funny. I think like in the olden days, like 28 was like middle aged until you hit like 40, and 40 you're freaking old. Like if you played Assassin's Creed, a Black Flag, apparently like Edward Kenway died at like 42.
Holy crap!
I really thought he was gonna die. He
had polio. Let's all give him that. He had polio.
I can't remember how he died. It had to be. I think it was a sickness. But man, he built a life for himself. From like he told his wife left him in the game, right? So he built a life for himself, and like he has like a manor. And like, and if you play Assassin's Creed Syndicate, where it's in London, that's where he was living before he passed, and he has a whole big ass house, and like. He was a pirate. He was a pirate, or he was actually just a sailor with barely anything. And then you play Syndicate, and he's got a whole manor full of assassin stuff. Like how?
That's the power of like those Assassin's Creed games, is that they always try to kind of give their past characters a little bit of a nice send off.
Yeah, well, it wasn't really nice because he died, and his son.
They gave him the nice house.
Yeah, so like that, like because it sucked. Cause like he's an assassin, right? I think he was like a master assassin, or at least a legendary assassin, because he was a pirate at the same time as being an assassin. And then his son grew up to be a dick of a Templar. He got trained to be an assassin, and then ended up being a Templar, and then gave birth to an assassin.
That game is a flip flop. They're flip flopping between Templars and assassins.
Well, they technically stick with the assassins most of the time, but for one of their major characters' son to turn into a Templar and like give birth to the main character, well, help give birth to the main character in Assassin's Creed 3, which is the Native American kid. Like, and then he became an assassin so he can kill his dad, I think, or not, I guess he ends up killing him, but he was really just trying to kill all the people that were messing with his tribe's territory, because they burned that thing down. Like, I was playing the new.
I thought they were gonna give them smallpox blankets.
No, you would have thought, right?
Yeah, like biological warfare.
But in the game, because I was playing because I had the Assassin's Creed Odyssey season pass, and it came with a remastered 3. I played it, and it's still fun. It's just that I realized you can literally complete the game without actually throwing a punch, because you can kill enemies with straight up most of the game. You can kill enemies by straight up countering them. Like that's the one thing I
love the whole like what I miss now about the series is the hidden blade fighting.
Yeah, well, you can kind of still no, you really can't, because you can only do hidden blade moves like in Odyssey. You don't even get a hidden blade in Odyssey. That kind of sucks. Because you get like his little. I mean, it's cool. You get like a magic little broken spear that turns into like a little magic dagger, and I guess and lets you go invisible and teleport and all types of stuff. But like, I did miss the hidden blade, but there's a story behind it, and it's part of the DLC. But like, because apparently, I don't know if you're gonna play Odyssey too much or anything.
I'm gonna, dude. Everything.
I'm about to spoil.
Dude, you can try and spoil stuff for me, but it has to be played through for me to honestly understand and put the pieces together. So like, if you spoil something, honestly, you won't even spoil it. It's only being for like 2 seconds that you'll probably spoil something. So
like, slight spoiler alert for those who haven't gotten this far or don't have the DLC, but in Odyssey, you play as Alexios or Cassandra.
Why did you spoil it?
So you can play as Alexios or Cassandra, depending on what gender you choose, right? And you play the DLC. There's a DLC you play. For some reason, I'm drawing a blank on it. It's like it's called Legacy of the First Assassin. Legacy of the First Blade. Sorry, and you play depending on who you chose. I was Alexios because I chose dude. You meet the first assassin, the first recorded assassin, which is Darius, and his like, since you're a boy, he has a daughter. If you're a girl, he would have had a son with him, but when you're a boy, he has a daughter, and you meet them and you help train, and well, he basically not really train, but he basically like you help them try to survive being hunted down because he killed King Xerxes in Persia. Which was actually a nod to Prince of Persia, the game, because you actually get like a Prince of Persia dagger time.
Yeah, I just want to let you guys know that if you guys play any Ubisoft games right now, and that goes for all their games that are coming out, like with Division 2, Wildlands, Siege, and even Assassin's Creed, you guys are going to get a lot of snippets to their old school games, to their new school, and maybe a glimpse into what they're doing in the future. So, just FYI.
So you go with Darius, you help him out. Eventually, in the, like there's like 3 chapters. And I think in chapter 2, when Darius and his daughter are about to leave after you help them out a little bit, because in the first chapter you help them escape and they go hide somewhere in the Greek world. Then the second chapter comes out and they're being hunted again, and this time you find them and you help them, and then they're about to leave, and instead of leaving, my character Alexios and Darius's daughter, I'm trying to blank on her name right now. Nima, her name is Nima.
Yeah.
They I think Ubisoft has said it was going to be free because you can have like sex with male or female, doesn't matter what gender you are. But for some reason, free reign on what you want your sexuality to be, but in the DLC they kind of force upon you to have a kid. So a lot of people were mad about that, but you have a kid.
Force upon them to have this child.
You have a kid, and the kid is a boy. Name I can't remember his name because it's
not Bayak.
No,
not Bayak yet.
That's way too. It's way too into the future, past from
Origins.
Like you would have thought that would be called Origins.
Yeah, like they really go deep into the.
That was like maybe 500, 600 years before the, or maybe something like that before Origins.
Oh, okay.
And which I'm actually about to get into a little bit.
I love Origins too.
Origins
I loved Origins. That was my favorite.
I'm about to blow your mind in a second because there's a. So, like, in the third DLC, you get hunted again because one of the guys who helped in the second DLC was technically helping the guys who were hunting you down. And so he brings his people in, and your kid and Nima are trying to escape, and you're protecting them by fighting off all these powerful, like, Persian warriors and stuff like that with her dad, Darius. And Darius is, like, an old dude, but he's still always been, like, watchful and whatnot. It's only been, like, maybe a year and a half since they stayed in the first game because their son wasn't even a whole year old yet.
Yeah.
And, you find his son. Oh, you find his wife Nima. She's dead at the boat because he had tried to get her away because the Persians had routed her. And they would have gotten away with it too, but the baby cried.
Yeah.
So the baby was crying, and then she tried to protect it. She dies, and then they take his child, and then you and Darius go basically on like a hunting spree. You go killing these people that took your kid to find out where he's at, and like long story short, you kill the guy who apparently used to be Darius's best friend, who was hunting them, and you end up killing him, and Darius, and then my character Alexios was like, well, I have to give my child up because they're gonna keep coming after me because he's one of the tainted ones, just as people who are descendants of like the first civilization.
Oh, okay.
And that means that's how he's able to wield the power of like the artifacts and.
Oh, so they're like the Adam and Eve characters that you kind of get if you played the original ones, and then Adam and Eve were like the tainted ones, right?
Yeah, they're descended from like those people, including like they may have been Adam and Eve, but they're probably just descended from them. There's a whole bunch of other just tainted ones, but Leonidas from the Spartan games, he was a descendant as well because you're a descendant of Leonidas. You're his grandchild. You're like Alexios or Cassandra, and so he gives his child up to Darius, and Darius takes the child, and they don't know where they're going. And Alexios doesn't want to know where they're going because if he knows and they do something to him, then that child's in danger, and vice versa. So they take the child, and Darius takes the child, and they land in a desert area from a boat, and then they come to find out it's Egypt. So he's walking through there, and he shows like the baby. He's holding the baby. Then it just shows his back, but he's holding the baby, and the baby's like a little child, and the child is standing up. And then Darius is gone because he passed away, apparently. And the child grows, and it shows his descendants. And then at the very end, it shows like the feet of like an Egyptian, and it goes up, and you're thinking it's a Bayak. No, it's his wife. It's Aya.
Really?
Yeah, Aya is the descendant of Alexios or Cassandra.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Mind blown. I did not know that. Like that's a good game. How they kind of put the whole Assassin's Creed family.
That's why she was such like vital role, like played a vital role whenever they were doing like the war scenes in Odyssey, not in Odyssey, in Origins, like in the boats and stuff. They were like she's a natural because in Odyssey you have your own ship and you're really good at like taking command of stuff. So she's actually like. I guess she got all his skills, or the player character from Odyssey's skills and whatnot. And surprisingly, like she's like And that kind of makes sense though as to why she's like kind of light skinned like she is, but like she's a descendant from him. And then,
You know what made me sad is it's honestly sad because Bayak and her had a kid.
mm-hmm.
Kid died. Obviously, spoiler. That's a big one.
Mm-hmm.
What made it really sad was that they never really got back together after that.
No, they wanted to, but then they realized they have to try to make things better. So it's better for the world. That's why she is the more. It's weird because she's the more well-known assassin because she becomes a master assassin on the net at the end of the game.
Yeah.
And Bayek, he's a well-known assassin, but he's like how like we have the SWAT team. His group of the hidden ones before they became the assassins is like their like special forces. So Aya is like the main. Aya and her group of assassins like the main group.
They're like the SWAT, and then he's special forces,
he's like
SEAL team.
Yeah,
6.
that's what Bayek's team was basically.
He's like the guy taking Osama out.
Yeah. And then it's cool because in the game, if Origins, I don't know if you found it, but there's you can actually find Aya's in Origins when you're playing as Bayek, you can find Aya's tombstone. And she's not even dead yet, but because it's Animus and it shows where the cave in which she would be buried at.
Oh yeah. I think I got to that part. I think I beat the whole game. So
yeah, I loved it when they brought in the Final Fantasy stuff.
Yeah, that was insane. I was like, holy crap, what is going on?
Like I'm kind of made mad that it didn't really do much with the Final Fantasy. All you had to do was solve a couple puzzles and that was it. But it was kind of cool though.
I got confused in the part where you had to put the flames. And you had to do that little
the
dial thing.
Yeah,
that kind of confused me until I had to use the internet, and then I
realized you had to make a 15.
So it's just like I'm sitting there, I'm like, dude.
But the weapons they give you from that is dope, like the shield, sword, and the mount. Although the
mount looked like a little chick thing.
It was supposed to be like a chocobo from Final Fantasy, but it was a camel.
Yeah,
it was kind of weird. I would rather have looked more like a horse.
Yeah, they gotta. I mean, remember, it's like realistic. But they gotta kind of keep it within the concept of the game. But the chocobo thing was really fast, dude.
Like I still think they should have like at least like made a unique mount, without having 4 legs. I mean, I'm not
gonna lie to you right now. Those damn camels are like a lifesaver.
I prefer the horses honestly because they're much faster. Those camels, they're kind of fast, but they're better. They're like a car, and the horses like motorcycles.
They can like withstand so much like damage.
Oh, that meant if you
they're like a tank.
And Odyssey, I love Odyssey because their horses are basically the same unless you get one of the legendary horses. Because I have Pegasus, and Pegasus can jump off of cliffs without taking any damage, which I love that, and I stick with him all the time. Except, well, right now I have the Abstergo pack design suit. Like I have the Abstergo armor, but I have when you beat the Legacy of the first Blaze final chapter, the third one, you get Darius as a tire because everyone's like you're getting as a tire when you beat the game. When you beat that whole entire DLC, because they didn't give it to you for the first 2, and you're like, damn well they're giving it to us at the end of the game. So I get that. And I didn't like I don't mind the mask because it kind of makes you look like a weird like futuristic predator. But I took that off and replaced it with Darius's hood, and it's black, and the whole suit is black, so it still fits. But then I have the Abstergo horse, and like I'm thinking like most of these some of these mounts have special abilities. Like I think if you get the Nemean lion mount, which is just a horse with the Nemean lion like white fur on it, you like can't get knocked off of it or something. And then the Pegasus, obviously, like I said before, he can jump off the cliffs without taking.
I had the fucking lion outfit for Bayak where he had like a centurion thing going on.
Yeah, I got
that was cool. I like that.
I love the actual what's that thing, the Heka chest, because in Origins way better than I like the Oikos of Olympus store in Odyssey, because it gives you, well, mainly because they actually have a full set of gear. You get the
so before we go back into anyone, where does how's the map, like where are we at in Odyssey as far as
you're in Greece?
Greece?
Yeah.
Like it's not Greece turning into another state?
No,
just full Greece.
It's just full Greece. You take the whole entirety of Greece. Like it's most of the places you travel to are like it's basically even when it comes to like land and water, because you have to take a boat like pretty much everywhere unless you get to the fast travel points, and you just fast travel everywhere. But you can like take like your ship you get early in the game and just take that anywhere. You can get But the map itself is pretty big though. I've enjoyed how big the map is. I actually was hesitant to get Assassin's Creed Odyssey only because it was like no hidden blade and it didn't really feel like an Assassin's
So,
Creed.
do you think they'll go back to the hidden blade anytime soon?
They better.
Yeah.
They kind
Because I mean, if you would think about like where Assassin's Creed is now, they're going back too much.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people were mad because it's there's no.
It kind of has that Brotherhood feel. Remember where they did side games with the Brotherhood?
Yeah.
Like now, all of a sudden, then they're gonna bring out 4 or 5, and it's like, no, this was originally 4.
Yeah, like when you're playing Odyssey, you're playing like something similar to like The Witcher. If you've ever played The Witcher.
Oh, okay,
like
yeah, I get what The Witcher is. Like, I haven't played it personally, but
Mm-hmm.
I know what you're talking about.
And so they get the customization of like hands, chest, and everything like that, and they have stats on them, random stats, or you can get a full set. Like the legendary sets have they're always a full.
No, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so like you get those sets, but like in Origins, you just had like it's just like an aesthetic look. It wasn't really much of a change to like the character themselves. It was just by appearance.
Let's talk about something else because we're gonna get too much into that.
Yeah, sorry, we're about 20 minutes in. We're still talking about Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
See.
So what? John Wick.
Oh yeah, John Wick. I think we spoke about it a little bit before. I know damn well we talked about it in that episode in which there was no sound.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure I brought it up, but
John Wick.
John Wick is gonna have obviously Keanu Reeves, who plays the main character, and then there's Lawrence Fishburne that I know you were excited to see because before we started, we were
Pigeon Dude. That's what we call it.
Yeah, he was the Pigeon Dude.
Pigeon Dude. That's like all you can give Lawrence Fishburne right there. It's like he's Pigeon Guy. He commands all the homeless people in New York. Mm-hmm. So
it was for some reason when he was like on that rooftop with the pigeons, my immediate reminder was Mike Tyson.
Yeah, pretty much. I was like, dude, he is the one.
Oh yeah,
he is the one.
Oh, and it's funny because they're both like back together. So I think that's their first movie together.
Dude, it's been
The Matrix.
So I've watched obviously the trailer for John Wick 3,
mm-hmm.
Parabellum. It's gonna be awesome. You're gonna see John Wick, and I'm gonna tell you, everybody's taking bets on the kill count. So I don't know. We're gonna go. It was like 150 last time,
mm-hmm.
maybe over 200, 250. So
yeah.
If you guys comment, right, let's see where his kill count is at this one. Name a random number if you want. If 150 isn't 100, like another 200 or 250 is what John Wick's gonna get.
I think.
I'm thinking 200.
I mean, I'm thinking about 300.
You thinking about 300?
Yeah,
because he's going up. He's going up. He's going up
against everybody. So you know that number is not going to be.
Damn, that is true, man.
Because everybody has to go. Well, they don't even have to go after him, but they're assassins and they can.
Yeah, it's true.
They can do that.
But it's well, basically, we'll go back into a little bit of a John Wick. Like first one, basically, it all started with his dog.
Well, it started with his wife, and that gave him the dog.
Yeah, and then they beat him up and they
killed his dog.
They killed
the last gift he got from his dead wife. So that was that's a big mistake.
Big ass mistake because that dude fucking straight judo chopped everybody in the neck throughout the whole movie.
John Wick was coming for that ass, bro.
Everyone killed Jeremy Greyjoy. If anybody knows Game of Thrones, he's the guy with no balls. Basically. And then the second one, there's an Italian he kills, like, because he comes out of nowhere telling him, like, you gotta pay your debt. So I was sitting there, I was like, man, that's some bullshit.
Yeah, they're gonna, like, I don't know how he's gonna survive because it literally looks like he's on a horse with a samurai sword.
Dude, that shit's insane.
That's like
his weapons training is insane.
Yeah, I've seen the videos. Those things are amazing.
Like Keanu Reeves, if anybody like knows anything, but he's literally training just to do the scenes in the movie. Like literal, like, I feel like I would not fuck with him after this movie.
No, I wouldn't either.
I wouldn't say shit to him on the streets. I wouldn't say, hey, you motherfucker, blah, 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 blah. Nah,
although he seems to be a chill dude, though.
He's pretty cool. Like, if you ever look a background, like, do the background check on him, he's actually a really chill guy. He's like,
he just likes to be himself. Like, he honestly doesn't. It doesn't seem like he really cares about being famous. Honestly, he just like
he also lost a wife. So so he's kind of like he's really like, I don't care about being famous too much. It just pays the bills.
Yeah, I mean, like I've seen there's a video of him on. Somebody took a picture of who they thought was like a guy who looked like Keanu Reeves on the Metro, and it was actually Keanu Reeves on the Metro.
Holy crap!
It's just he was like, this guy, because he was like, is it just me or is this Keanu?
It's Keanu Reeves.
And then Keanu Reeves, and you can tell because it's like on Twitter and it's verified, and he's like, that was me.
That was me, dude.
That was just me.
Like, I take the Metro, dude. Keanu Reeves is so cool that he doesn't take his own car. He just used public transportation.
He does. He is like whatever. And the funny thing is, too, it seems like no one seems to recognize him because you never see somebody go like, oh man, Keanu Reeves. I just saw him like all over the place, and he's just like chilling, just like on the street eating a sandwich. There's a picture of him eating next to a homeless dude. He bought him food. He bought him like a sandwich or whatnot. He was just sitting there chilling.
Yeah, because I really everybody could say whatever you could say about Keanu, but like, you gotta respect the guy. He's very down to earth. He's like, no matter what he did, like, fucking Matrix was with his stardom.
Yeah,
dude, Matrix was Matrix. It didn't make any sense. It didn't. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but honestly, it was a good movie to me when I was growing up.
I was confused with that movie.
The movie was very confusing. If you don't understand it, it felt basically it was everybody was supposed to be in like some sort of sleep deprived computer.
Yeah, and then they were just like stuck in there. Like,
it was confusing. I don't know. Yeah. I can't explain this.
Yeah,
I can't explain the Matrix.
There's a movie that reminded me a lot of John Wick on Polar. Have you seen Polar?
Polar?
Yeah.
I love that dude who plays the guy.
Mads Mikkelsen.
Mads Mikkelsen is going to be in the game Death Stranding.
Is he? Oh,
yeah, because he plays apparently Death Stranding. If anybody knows, Death Stranding is supposed to be about the guy who faces Solid Snake or I think Snake in Snake Eater, Sorrow, and apparently he's supposed to reprise his role, and that's what Michael Madison plays.
I don't know if he could do that though, because Konami has the rights to Snake.
Well, that's Konami is making that game.
No, it's not. Hideo Kojima is making that.
No. Yeah, Kojima. I always get them wrong
because they were together, but
yeah, Kojima's making that game.
Yeah, because Konami like screwed him over and tried to screw him over even more. Like it was a really sad story about how like they tried to take his entire everything from him, and he was like super depressed. And then the fact that they wouldn't even let him get his own award at that award show, and wouldn't even let him be there. Like what?
Yeah, that's really a lot of if anybody, nobody looks into games, like that's why they can get away with stuff like that. But there's a lot of people that got backstabbed by some of these gaming companies.
Yeah, and it's just most notable that of Konami.
And
you can definitely tell they suffered from losing him too, because you've seen that Metal Gear, what's that Metal Gear game, Survive? God, that was awful. That was an awful game. It was terrible. And they tried to put it was just dumb. It was a stupid game.
There's this like Kojima is like a fucking amazing author, and if they allowed him to just break his fucking mold and let him expand, I bet you that he will make so many freaking.
That's why he's making Death Stranding. All the Death Stranding is so confusing to me, and like from what I've seen, I have no idea what the plot is.
Yeah, you don't know. I think
there's like a baby and like this little like fetus and like a little tube thing that he's like breathing through. And
it's really basically, honestly, to me, it's a subplot to Metal Gear.
It could be.
It could be, or
it probably has nothing to do with it, because I feel like he wants nothing to do with anything.
Yeah,
Metal Gear now. I mean, because the dude straight up was crying at the when he got his award because people were backing him because like. they like a guy legit, the guy who before he gave him the reward legit told him that this guy got screwed over. This should have never happened.
Yeah. So honestly, to me though, Death Stranding I think is just a definitely different game towards
because there's like a weird invisible creature that he's got to like avoid. Like there's a couple of invisible creatures that he's got to avoid, but he's got like this weird mask thing going. And, like I know that in the videos, show like the ground's like stomping and like you see just dust popping up.
Yeah, and Daryl's in it.
Oh yeah,
Walking Dead. Daryl's in that.
I can't remember his name.
There's a lot of famous people that are getting into this like genre of gaming right now, and then I'm just like,
well, this guy's Hideo, especially with I'm trying to remember the guy's name. Sorry, the actor who plays Daryl. I'm drawing a blank.
Norman Reedus.
Yeah, Norman Reedus.
Norman Reedus
and Hideo Kojima are like really
on
good
our
friends.
shit today.
Yeah, they're like really good friends. They're like really good friends. So when Hideo Kojima wasn't allowed to like, because I think he also worked on Silent Hill that was supposed to come out. There was like a new Silent Hill game supposed to come out, and Hideo Kojima was supposed to be working on it. But then they cut him from that and wouldn't let him work on it anymore. Norman Reedus didn't want to work on it anymore because that's his friend. And he was just like, I'm not going to work on that.
That's
game.
when you know you got star power. Man.
Yeah.
That's when you know you got that Mario. That's when you're getting. He's like, nah, everyone's coming with me.
Like honestly, like. Yeah, that's right. Like everybody is, like everybody's.
They did a Jerry Maguire on Konami. It was like, who's coming with me, man?
Like now, Konami's like main source of like, because I think Metal Gear was their main source of like making like big money. I think their big source now is like Yu-Gi-Oh, because I know Yu-Gi-Oh because the Yu-Gi-Oh cards have Konami in the little thing. Right?
Oh yeah.
So it's like they're making like money off
they're
that.
just getting the fucking fight games out there.
Yeah,
and they're gonna try to push so much out as fighting games.
And they're not gonna be good though because they lost like their big designers and whatnot. It's like that. Have you ever played Blaze Blue? Or Guilty Gear, like those fighting games. It's the same people who created Fighters, Dragon Ball Fighters.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I know what you're talking.
There's two separate groups, and you can definitely see the difference in like who has what power. Like they're both.
Did they do Tekken?
No.
Okay, good.
That's Bandai Namco.
If they did Tekken, I would flip.
No, Tekken. I mean, I love Tekken, but oh man, did you see that there's a Negan in Tekken?
Oh Tekken. No!
There's a whole trailer for where Negan shows up. You know that part where he's doing like the eeny meeny miny mo thing with his baseball bat. He's got everybody on their knees. He's doing that with Tekken characters, and he's actually a playable character. Although he looks like he should be in Soul Calibur because he uses the baseball bat as a main weapon. And then, but it's weird because they have Noctis from Final Fantasy 15 in there, and he's a weapon user. He should have been in Soul Calibur. He should have been like somehow transported.
It's so confusing because they got like two different. They got those games go blend into each other.
Yeah, I mean they fight kind of the same side. One is with weapons, and one is just martial arts. But
yeah, like, they have Yorimitsu on.
Yoshimitsu, yeah, he's in Soul Calibur, yeah. And it was because he's like a clan. I think there's like I guess the Soul Calibur is like a far off like prequel to Tekken, but like them, he's like a part of the Manji clan or something. So it's just like either nobody knows if it's the same person that's like their original Yoshimitsu, or it's just like his descendants coming around. Because there are certain points where he looks like an alien creature, demon thing, and he looks like a cyborg alien, like robot.
I remember when he used to get on his little.
He still does that. He still does that. And he does it, and then he will have two swords, and he'll just like kind of run with them on the ground, like he's on like stilts.
Dude, it's so Yoshimitsu was like the best character to fuck around with.
Yeah, but the only thing is he would hurt himself too much. Like some of his moves, like he does his helicopter thing, and he'll just like stop like this, and he'll just take damage, or he'll slide and try to do something, he'll take more damage. So, like if I'm not paying attention, I'll accidentally kill myself. So, that's why I don't.
So back to John.
Joan, yeah,
dude, we were
so off the topic.
Yeah, John Wick, like I can't wait for it. We're gonna see Chapter 3. It's going to be the best because you end with him being excommunicated. So that means that everyone...
You can't even go to any place that's like safe house anymore.
And it looks like the actual hotel is like backing him. And then Halle Berry's in it.
Well, the actual hotel isn't back because he killed in the Continental Hotel.
Yeah, well, he killed, but in the trailer it shows that they're actually helping him for some reason.
Well, he has friends there. It's probably just his friends, whoever he made friends with, helping him there. Because they understand that what happened, like, and why he killed that guy in the hotel. Like, even though they know it's like hollow ground, you're not allowed to do any of that. You get excommunicated immediately unless you do it. But like, they understand. Like, he has like a real legit good reason as to why he did that. And like, And he's a legendary assassin at that, as like what do they call him?
Baba Yaga. That was
wasn't that from we just got it from Ant-Man?
No, that was his name.
Oh yeah, it was Baba Yaga.
Dude, I can't wait to see if he does another pencil kill.
Oh god, he's gonna stab him again with the pencil.
He's like, hitting him with the fucking.
It was funny because he was like, "You ever seen him? He's killed a man with a pencil. Have you ever seen a man get killed with
a fucking pencil?"
And he does it. He puts like a paper in it. It's like,
I'm like sitting there, just like, bro. I was like,
stabbed with a pencil.
My eye.
Like, yeah, that's like every time when I think of somebody getting killed with a pencil, I think of the Joker from The Dark Knight when he was like, "I'm gonna make this pencil disappear," and just smacks that dude's head.
Dude,
it's just gone.
Every time I see that, my eye freaking hurts.
Yeah,
I'm like.
How should you even let that happen? Shouldn't you be on your guard at all times?
I'd be like, first of all, you let this scrawny piece of garbage hit you and then put you down.
Yeah,
like with a judo move, bro.
Like, it's weird. Like, oh, actually no, I seen this video, or not video. It's like a picture. It's like a little panel, and it's like Thanos with an Infinity Gauntlet, and they're like he goes, "Try your best to defeat me," and they bring out like a dog, and then Thanos kills the dog, and then goes. And he goes, "Was that really the best shot at beating me?" And then he goes, "Wait for it." And then John Wick comes up. He's like, "Has anybody seen my dog?" And then it feels like Thanos like sweating. he's like, you never seen that Key and Peele video where he's just like sitting there sweating and he's just like straight up. That was that, but he painted him purple and he looked like Thanos.
I think the pencil killing should come back.
Yeah.
That'll be another throwback to
I think he did a pencil killing in every movie so far. I think he did it because the Russian dude's dad told him that he killed a man with a pencil. Told his son that he killed him with a pencil before, and then he did it in that movie. And then somebody also brought.
No, he didn't do it in 1 because that's what they were telling him. In 2, he did it when he was like trying to fight off all them assassins.
Yeah, and then he just kind of like,
dude, like those guys really got it bad.
You know it's bad if you get killed by a dude with a pencil. That's when you know you just turn around and go home.
I hope Common comes back. Common didn't die. Common
didn't die. Neither did Ruby Rose's character. I don't think she died. I think she was like bleeding out or something, but I don't think she really died.
The one with the mute, the little
mute woman. Yeah, I think she's coming back too. I don't think he killed her. I think he respected her or something, or she respected him, and I think she was only doing her job. I think.
We gotta watch that again. That's gonna be. I'm gonna watch 2 tonight.
And then John Wick's he got a new dog. That's right. He gets a new dog in 2. Actually, he got a new dog at the end of 1.
He got the new dog at the end of 1.
But he never really did anything with the dog.
He didn't do anything with the dog in 2 because he wanted the guy to take care of it while he went to go do what he had to do.
And then 3, they show his dogs. I think he has dogs or a dog just like jumping off.
No, that was Halle Berry's dogs.
Was it? So
because Halle Berry, like that's what I was saying. Like in the trailer, Halle Berry shows up, and she's kind of like another badass like John is, and she has 2 dogs, and she like them 2 dogs like. Straight up jugular killed 2 dudes.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because it's like you see him like running in there, he's like shooting, and they're like jumping off of shit.
Dude, that shit was crazy. like you don't see, like dogs as combat, like using them in combat, like they're very effective.
There's a video they have of John Wick. I think they also did with Resident Evil movies, like the CGI movies, where it's like instead of like actual like John Wick noises, they replace his like sound with like Michael Jackson noise. It's like he's like oh my god, they do shit like it was something like that, and it was hilarious because they did it for like I think it was originally for the Resident Evil movies, and then they put that in the John Wick stuff, and my cousin loves it. He cracks up and dies laughing every single time.
I love the fact that he uses like 3 different guns throughout the movie,
and then they're almost all headshots. I think they're all headshots. He like will save bullets. It could be an assault rifle, and he won't really use it like a whole clip or anything.
Bro, he saves so much ammo throughout the whole damn like. Barely everything's shot in the face.
I thought it was funny when he was killing these people. He was just headshotting them all the time, and then he ran out of ammo, just kind of threw his gun at the dude's head.
That was cool. Like he's just like, I'm not gonna let you hit me, God.
The guy's head killed him, and then knocked him down, took his gun, killed the person, 2 or 3 people in front of him, killed the guy before he even without looking, got up and just kept moving. I was like, bro.
Yeah, kicked his ass, just kicked his straight. Dude, he knows Bushido.
Yeah.
He knows Bushido. Like that's something because he did that 47 Ronin movie.
Oh,
That's why he knows Bushido so good.
It's like Keanu Reeves was actually
he sacrificed his body for us to entertain us.
He actually is like
you get a rebel star for that, dude. You get a rebel flag or whatever.
I'll try to figure out how to put like a rebel star.
Like do like a little rebel star or give him a
5 out of 5 stars.
Yeah, you get 5 out of 5. That's...
Would not fight.
Yeah, I would not fight you on a street fight. I would
I wouldn't even fight him in a dirty fight either. I wouldn't fight him at all.
I'd get my neck snapped like a twig or like a toothpick. Extremely fast.
He would just bang your shit in.
Oh my god! Like if you fight, that's the same as like fighting Tom Cruise. I think.
No, I don't know if that's. I know Tom Cruise likes to kind of do his own stunts, but I don't know if like he does the combat and stuff. I know, I know Stephen Amell from Arrow. He does most of his own stunts unless it's like something he really can't do.
Yeah.
But actually, I think a lot of actors are doing that now. They do their own stunts because it looks more.
I would say we should make a list next time of top 5 actors we wouldn't fight in a street fight.
We can make that list now.
Keanu
Reeves, the dude Rain from. Have you ever seen Ninja Assassin?
I wouldn't fight that dude. I wouldn't fight that dude.
He's a pop star singer, but
that dude has 6 packs with another extra little dimple packs on that.
I wouldn't fight Batista. The guy who plays
Batista would hit me with like a backbreaker, and I would literally sever my spine. I would never.
You would get Batman.
I would get Batman, or he would elbow my back, or elbow my face, and I would be done.
There's who else would you not want to fight? There's like a martial. Oh, you don't want to fight Daniel Wu. Think his name, or Danny Wu, or something like that. I would not want to fight the dude. Have you seen Into the Badlands?
I wouldn't fight that dude.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't fight that dude. Sonny.
He would do too much strike hits.
He would just knock you out.
I wouldn't fight Joe Rogan. I heard Joe Rogan very MMA. Like Joe Rogan, even if he's a comedian or a podcaster, like they said he's
Seth
really
Rogen
good.
Or Joe Rogan?
Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan. Oh, okay.
Joe Rogan, the announcer for the UFC. He's like a trained martial artist.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to fight him either. I would see like. I would fight like somebody like Brock Lesnar because I just don't like him. He's just
I hit Brock Lesnar with a wiffle ball bat and run
because he comes off as such an asshole, and it's just and it's funny because he kind of is. Because there was his like first UFC fight. I think he won his first UFC fight, but people were bullying him, so he like spit in the camera.
Yeah, and everybody. Look, Brock Lesnar should have just kept his cool a lot, but he lost against this like Mexican American cat. I remember back when I was in high school, he lost his second UFC championship title fight to this guy. I don't know his name. I think it's like Diego Lopez or something. I think I got it wrong. I don't. I'm not a big MMA UFC fighter guy, but Batista did lose that fight.
I mean, Lesnar. Brock Lesnar.
Oh my god, Brock Lesnar, dude. Brock Lesnar. He did his thing in UFC.
He's still in there. He's still doing UFC. He goes in between WWE and UFC. Like right now, he just left WWE after losing the title, the Universal title, and
so he's back in UFC.
He does. He like flip flops, and then the only thing another reason why
he just don't like losing. He don't like losing and staying with the losses.
Oh,
That's because like there's a lot of people like when you lose, you don't just stay with the loss. Figure out how you lost, and then keep going from there. I mean, and then try to get it back.
Like I know like wrestling is mostly scripted, but like he held on to a title that was like super kind of new. Like almost he had like 6 title fights throughout a whole year, or less, because he just never showed up. He was just never there. So they had a new championship that everybody was trying to see like prosper, and like he gained it. Like he got it after like maybe like I think it was the second championship.
He's just too muscly.
No, he's third.
He's just too muscly, dude.
He's just. I don't know. He just did not want to. Like, if they don't pay him enough, he won't show up. Like, they need. He has to.
He has the Floyd Mayweather contract.
Basically,
I need $1 million to walk in the door.
Yeah, basically, to just do nothing, have like a fat guy just come by and say shit for him, and then he just makes it.
It's like Brock Lesnar will come here one day to whoop your butt.
Yeah, like he's got I think it's Paul Heyman, and like Paul Heyman would just come out, and he just looks like he just reminds me of like a walrus. He's just annoying, and and then he comes out, and Brock Lesnar doesn't say not a word. He just smiles and does like this weird jumping shit, and then like maybe we'll beat up somebody, and then that's it, and then leave and not show up for like 4 or 5 months. And
no.
So they finally got the title.
You're not a part of the wrestling. You're not a part of the wrestling conversation after 4 or 5 months.
Well, you are, but it's negative.
Yeah,
nobody wants you there.
It's just like, okay, say you're a part of a sports team, and the sports team made it to the playoffs, right? 4 or 5 months down the road, and then you show up, he's like, yeah, ready to be the fucking starting running back today.
Yeah, no.
And then the running back that got you guys there doesn't start because of him.
Yeah, and like the whole company, like not saying the whole company, but like a lot of people were just mad. Like anybody, they were looking for anybody to just take the title from him. Like for some reason, Vince McMahon loves Brock Lesnar so much that he just pays him whatever and lets him hold on to it. And
that sucks though, because that takes so much away from like new talent.
Like it does, it really did. Like no one had a. It was. And
I love talking wrestling with you because obviously you know my feeling about wrestling. I've loved wrestling when I was a kid. I barely watch it now, but when I'm listening to you talk about it, it's just like it sounds just so iffy now. Just
like now that he's got the title off in there, and they just had this the thing called Superstar Shakeup. They like switched the SmackDown and Raw superstars around a little bit, and maybe a little bit from NXT. NXT is like their developmental territory, which who they bring up people. They switched them around a bit, and now there's like people from Raw and SmackDown people on Raw, and now that Brock Lesnar isn't there anymore, the title's actually back on Raw. That you can actually have a story for somebody who wants that big main title now, and it's just like I don't know how we got from John Wick to this, but
that's fine.
But
we just talking.
Yeah, and it's like it doesn't make sense that like a guy who's never there holds a championship. And like, there's no story for it. Like, there is a story for it. It's a story to see if he can be the number one contender for him, and then he'd still win anyways. And he hits him like he's got like 5. They have what they call the 5 moves of doom, and it's literally like Brock Lesnar suplexes somebody, he hits him with an F5, he clotheslines them, then he has like a ground and pound, and then he's got like maybe one.
Yeah, I think his UFC career is more important to him than his wrestling.
Yeah, and like the reason why he's doing wrestling is because they pay him.
Yeah, I mean that's I would think why Ronda Rousey's there too.
Well, Ronda Rousey was actually always a big fan. She was a fan of.
A fan of because I think she likes it more than really doing the UFC.
UFC kind of like she did everything. She was like a pioneer for the women's UFC.
Yeah,
but she did everything she could, but she lost to Holly Holmes, I think. And then she lost her confidence and went to WWE. Yeah. But they were paying her a big amount of money, and she was pretty big.
Ronda Rousey would still have a place in my heart in the UFC because she was that women's champion. She was the girl. I hated that she did lose her confidence. Like that really kind of sucked.
She did pretty well though. When she first started in WWE,
she was knocking girls out, bro.
Yeah,
she was knocking them out like she was sleeping dude.
She was putting them in like some arm bars that looked like they were hurting, like for real.
Yeah, I would never. That's another person I would never fight, Ronda Rousey. Like she would whoop my ass.
she lost her title to Becky Lynch. Actually, Becky Lynch is like she's like this Irish wrestler who got trained by one of my favorites, Finn Balor, and she actually she brought herself up like she could tell like they weren't going to use her right, so she decided to come up with this story about her being called the man. And she like ran with it, and it works for her so well.
Now you know what's going to be cool though. Now since all the old school wrestlers have retired
or are starting,
the
last vestiges of them are retiring,
like the best of the old ages, they now have schools. And I was talking to somebody about this. Like they said they have a school for some person in Texas, and they have managers that got taught by them, and they'll teach you the wrestling moves of that certain person, and that's how the whole thing. Like that's how you get into next or whatever.
Yeah, you get you get NXT like right now. It says it usually is a developmental contract, and you got to do like this. I've seen their rigorous like opening training thing that you have to do. Man, that thing looks damn near impossible. And you got to do that like almost every day.
Well, I mean, you gotta live up to what you're doing. I mean, and even in HBO, if you guys get into HBO will talk about the dark ages of the ring, living the persona outside of the ring because people just want to see that.
And there's the whole fact that like you got those people from the indies who didn't have to go to like these like well they went to wrestling schools, but they went to like some lesser known, way lesser known wrestling schools, and then they're just super big in the Indies, and then they get super popular.
When the dancing starts getting back into popular, when they start dancing in the ring again.
Oh, they actually they do like a thing. This girl Carmella and this black guy, he's like in his 50s, but he still moves like he's in his like early 30s. He's he's about to be in his 50s, I believe. Like R-Truth, they do like a thing. It's like a 7-second dance break, and they just do like popular dance moves for like 7 seconds and just leave.
Okay. No, I'm just saying when they bring the worm back.
Oh, they have this tag team called Heavy Machinery. Like there's big dudes, and they're all about stakes and weight. And there's like a dude named Otis he's like a really big dude. And he looks like this all the time. Like he's like super like
he has like no neck. His shoulder is his neck.
Yeah, basically he does like the worm and he'll do that too. Like they come off as comedy acts, but like they're comedy acts.
Can we get into Game of Thrones?
I haven't watched Game of Thrones, but
can I talk to them about the Game of Thrones? So, Game of Thrones premiered last night, and everybody's mama has been talking about it. And let's stop Googling Arya's age. She got the dick, and it's over. So that's where we're at right now.
Arya Stark?
Yeah. She grew up, and she was like, I need that D in this V.
From who?
From the Baratheon bastard. The guy who was the blacksmith. Robert Baratheon's like bastard son that they were trying to keep secret.
I think so. I think I remember that. Really?
She got the D from him, bro.
I know I see a lot of memes about what's his name? What's that one Stark dude who had that wolf ghost? What's his name?
Oh, Jon Snow.
Yeah, Jon Snow and him and Daenerys.
Daenerys, yeah, they're
a thing now.
They are a thing now.
It's weird.
And last episode, I'm going to tell you right now, if you saw Daenerys' face when Jon told her the whole truth and everything about how he's Aegon Targaryen, she gave him the, are you trying to say that you're going to take the throne away from me? So basically that says to anybody, it's just like, okay, she has now she has some sort of feelings that she may or may not want to F with Jon Snow.
I mean,
or fuck with Jon Snow. I don't know.
There's that meme where he's like kissing, his eyes are open, and you see like the dragon. He's like, I'm not calling you dad.
Yeah, because it's like that's kind of like them kind of, saying, oh, you might be a Targaryen, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, type of blood you got in you.
And it's like, what happened? What's with that dude, Bran? Like the kid that just kind of like shows up like that crazy.
So Bran apparently his character has been marked by the Dark King or the Night King, and the Night King's coming after him because he's the six-eyed raven, which is the memory of men. Mm-hmm. So basically, the Night King wants to erase all of his memories, so he wants to kill him and kind of create a whole Earth of night where everything's dark all the time. And basically, the way they explained it is, if you get rid of the memory of man, you basically get rid of the memory of anybody, and that's what death is getting rid of memories. So they kind of go into that, and everybody kind of in the whole episode, it's another setup episode. Just like the first episode was a setup episode to set up to saying that Jon, you're really a king, because he's giving up his kingdomship to fight for the living.
Yeah.
And
why does that remind me of Lord of the Rings so much?
Yeah, the fantasy kind of plays part with it, but there's a lot of stuff. A lot of the fantasy stuff that was part of Lord of the Rings has been taken out of that. And they're kind of just sticking with the dragons, humans, and the living dead, and the quarrels between humans and stuff that are happening. So Daenerys right now figured out that Jon is a Targaryen. So she's kind of having mixed feelings. Sansa, she just figured out that Sansa actually has more power than she does in the north. So she may really kind of fuck with her after this whole thing if her armies kind of replenish.
I heard something about, was it Cersei?
Cersei fucked everybody over. Cersei, first of all, when Jaime came into in the first few seconds, Jaime explains everything about Cersei, where she betrayed everybody's trust, saying that she got the Golden Company to come back, but not knowing that actually previously, before Jaime got there, that Jeremy Greyjoy took the whole Iron Fleet back and recaptured her, freed her sister, his sister, and then told his sister that he's going to go back to Winterfell to fight for the Starks, to try to bring back some sort of honor that he had lost when he almost killed them.
Okay.
And he is now, basically in their war plan, he is now actually safeguarding Bran for pretending to execute their small children.
So with Jaime Lannister, he's the one that pushed Bran out the window.
Yeah, he is the guy that got caught having sex with his sister.
So it was so weird.
That is probably like the weirdest thing, but at the same time, it's like they're kind of poking fun to the English aristocrats from in our time.
Yeah.
Or not in our time, but in the past, English aristocrats used to have sex with their like cousins
so Alabama kept that tradition going. That's so rude.
That's like the Alabama slammers.
Sorry for anybody who's from Alabama, but that's the stereotype.
That's the West Virginia stereotype too.
Yeah, West Virginia too. So.
That's like the West Virginia, the retarded fetus cousin of Virginia.
Anytime I think of like inbred anything, I think of what's that movie? The Hills Have Eyes.
Yeah, without the incest though. Like no. This is incest to the.
No, The Hills Have Eyes was incest too.
Oh yeah, so then never mind. Incest to the fullest of this.
Yeah.
This kind of like goes into this episode kind of goes really into like next week's episode setup, where the last scene is all the guys, all the Night Riders or the Night King's men are standing on a hill looking out towards Winterfell, and it was pretty damn cool. And I
just want to know who's going to be who's going to be in the throne.
But like I wouldn't. If anybody has any theories right now, like I would watch every single episode of these next 6 episodes that are. Well, I mean, this is like now what 4 episodes left, and I would just watch them. I wouldn't say anything. I wouldn't theorize anything until these 4 episodes are done, because it's just the last 4 episodes. You can't really like. I don't want to put no theories down, because my stuff could be wrong. I could read books all day long, but at the end of the day, it's whatever HBO wants to put onto their screen, like, it's like, I think Jon Snow should die today. I think Daenerys should get burnt by a dragon. That's what I'm saying. Like, I really don't. I would want to watch all 4 of them, and then from there we'll see what happens. Who takes the throne.
There's have you seen Parks and Rec?
Yeah.
There's what's her name's Leslie's like boyfriend or fiance, and he got the Game of Thrones. When he got the throne, he just was sitting on there just doing stupid stuff. I saw that saw that like video. He was like a whole 5 minutes of him doing just like trying to sit on the throne. Like it took him like a good like 3 minutes to actually just sit on it. Like he was just like he was just like he was like freaking out. And she actually got him like an actual like replica.
Dude, if that was my toilet, that would have been the best toilet.
He's like it's super uncomfortable because it's swords, but I really love this.
But it would kind of be weird if it was your toilet, because at the same time, what happens if something in the back breaks?
You just go to the back and fix it. Yeah, I'm
pretty
sure.
You gotta probably have to take the whole thing. I'm just kidding.
That is true. There's every time I think of a Game of Thrones, I also get like Skyrim feel. Like I think immediately think of Skyrim.
Skyrim is pretty much
Game of Thrones.
Pretty close to Game of Thrones.
Except you're not going after a throne. You're just a guy who has a soul of a dragon, or a girl, depending on who you choose, or a lizard person.
What else? I mean, I can't wait for next week's episode. Obviously, that's going to be awesome.
There's like I think we mentioned before, we're watching Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Oh, we were watching Ant-Man and the Wasp. Just like not even like 30 minutes ago, we were watching that.
Yeah, well, it's been 30 minutes. We've been going on for an hour.
Oh, about 45 minutes, 50 minutes, whatever the fuck you want to say.
There's apparently he's never seen Ant-Man.
I've never seen Ant-Man.
He hasn't seen the first movie, so I get him caught up in the first movie, and he hasn't seen the second one, which is what we were watching earlier. And
I'm laughing my ass off every scene. I'm like really cracking up, and it's
hilarious. It's
funny.
I actually makes you really wonder what Ant-Man's role will be in
it makes me want to watch Ant-Man. It just really I want to watch the first one now. So like I'm definitely gonna probably figure out where I can go to watch it.
It makes you wonder what Ant-Man's role in Endgame is.
Definitely, because
it's not going up his ass. I know I've said it before, but it's not going up Thanos.
He's not.
Or his ear or his mouth or anything like that.
It's cool though, because they kind of bring a little bit of science to it.
Yeah.
I like how, obviously we were talking about Michael Douglas,
mm-hmm.
basically in the thing about how hard it was to work with that guy,
mm-hmm.
and I mentioned Edward Norton. And how hard it is for people to work with Edward Norton. Like, he was changing people's lines and everything.
Yeah.
And I think really we're going to just be seeing a lot of these people get into these roles where it's going to be very difficult for them to work with them. Like, I like the beginning part where she's fighting the dude in the kitchen. That's pretty cool. Like, I like her suit and everything.
Oh yeah, her suit for the Wasp is pretty dope. Yeah, I feel like, I mean, it makes it funny because Ant-Man thought he was going to get a suit like that. He was like, "What? Did you have the technology available when I was for me?"
He was like,
"I did." He's like, "I just wasn't going to give it to
you." He gave Ant-Man
the standard,
like the basic standard stuff.
Shrink and get big.
I enjoyed it because there's a lot of comedic parts, and I think that's pretty much really where a lot of the Avengers is about. It's like kind of trying to find the funny in the horribleness of what criminals can do.
Yeah.
And then what else? Shit. I think Endgame's really gonna be. It's one more week.
Yeah, I'm excited for Endgame. I'm probably not gonna be able to see it when the week it comes out though, because I'm gonna
sneak past. I'm gonna find somehow to break in, get me a seat and popcorn, and just try to like.
I've heard some people say they're gonna sit on like how there's steps going upwards.
Yeah.
On the steps.
It's like, sir, hey, no more fucking seats, bro. I tried. Holy crap!
What?
I can't really tell you too much about my weekend, but like that was primarily what I did. I did what else was I was watching a lot of I just watched stuff on TV pretty much. I didn't have that big of a weekend. I mean, 420 happened. Anybody who's a big, what that is. Yeah, so that's what I did. Pretty much hung out all day.
Just sit down and chill.
Yeah, sit down and chill and blaze, bro. Division 2, if anybody's been on Division 2, hopefully you guys got your characters ranked up because they're going to have that 8-man raid coming out soon.
I heard about those. I want to try that.
That's going to be good. Quick game updates. Keep playing your Red Dead because eventually they're going to put the online from beta to online, which will continue your Leclerc missions, and they'll give you more stuff to do. I always constantly say keep doing it because eventually it'll help you out in the long run. But when you do come back to Red Dead, those new missions will probably help you out in the future. It won't give you as much money as you would be grinding out right now, but in the future it will give you like 1,000 probably because it's new.
Yeah, they're probably gonna pull like how they did with
and it was double XP, double money this weekend. So you got, if anybody did, you probably missed out today.
Yeah, unless it still counts as Easter.
I think I don't know.
Easter Monday.
Yeah. Sorry.
See, look, last week I was dying of.
Yeah, I just sneezed once, so I'm not dying, but
like I told you, like it only hits me once and then it like goes away.
He was dying last week. I saw it. It was pretty bad.
Yeah, like it just chose that one point in time to like start up. I'm like, God damn, you couldn't wait till like afterwards.
What else? Yeah, there's a lot of major games that are gonna get a spring update. So any games that you bought during your winter, you're gonna get a spring update. So you look out for any games that you have been playing, like Jump Force, Anthem, any one of those. Your spring updates are gonna come, and it's gonna come in a big ass download.
Same thing with Assassin's Creed. Their Odyssey is they just started releasing their Atlantis DLC.
Yeah,
which it is actually pretty fun.
That's what I think. I think it's pretty cool because Odyssey and the Greek thing, all that mythology is gonna play in, and that's pretty cool that they're gonna bring an Atlantis thing.
Yeah,
like, it's awesome.
Like you're in the beginning, the first part of the Atlantis story, you're not actually in Atlantis. You're just going to like. You're going to like these heroes' tombs and stuff, and then you see like apparently like there's information about how to get into Atlantis there, and then you open like a gate at the end. But like you like in the main game, you can easily find like I think there like 6 or 7 like mythical creatures you can kill. You can kill like two Cyclopses that are like brothers. They're like separate areas. You fight like one other Cyclops, and then you fight a Minotaur. You don't really fight the Sphinx. You just got to solve her goddamn puzzles, and then she disappears. Then you fight the Gorgon. She's the hardest of them all, though.
I remember fighting the fucking Anubis gods.
Oh yeah, those are actually a cakewalk because they have like a pattern with like when you're like the Gorgon Medusa, like she doesn't really have a pattern. She like I was playing it like on my New Game Plus mode, and I was getting. Like, I swear I beat her a lot easier and faster the first time around. Because, my God, I was getting wrecked. She was turning me to stone, and I was like, man. I had to use my ghost arrows to shoot them.
Yeah, like, they're trying to make, especially with Division 2, they're going to make your opponents tougher. Like, you're not going to ever really going to get a easier opponent. They're going to figure out a way to, like, try and kill you. Because, apparently, I think gamers think it's really easy, but now they're going to try to say, oh, okay, well, you think it's easy. Now I'm going to throw a wrench in there. We're going to throw, like, new people, and that's pretty cool. I like that about a lot of the. I'm watching the Chelsea game, right? As we're
yeah.
as we're recording this, but if you're playing Division 2. Mm-hmm. All your enemies are going to get tougher. Yeah. Your AIs may get smarter if you're doing solo. Mm-hmm. But you're going to have a harder time in the future, like with the updates.
Yeah, I was typically soloing, so like I was having a hard time, and then
yeah,
there's literally one level that I kept repeating. Like I did that like 16 times.
Because watch, when you get to tier one, the enemies start changing. They got bulletproof vests.
Mm-hmm.
You may get more running up guys, like the guys that come run. Like I call them berserkers.
Yeah.
Because I used to play Far Cry. They took a lot of stuff like from Far Cry.
Mm-hmm.
They took all those little like berserker guys that run at you, the heavy guys
Mm-hmm.
to regular standard guys. They took all those type of like ranked guys, and they started putting them into different games.
Yeah, there's a speaking of putting stuff in different games. Apparently, there's a what's the word I want to use? Like an Easter egg for the next Assassin's Creed in Division 2.
Oh yeah,
because there's apparently if there's like a place
someone's
in some
gonna
museum.
find it.
Yeah, well, somebody already found it. They already tell you. Like, it's like in a museum in the Division where it shows like Abstergo, something with their Abstergo logo and the Assassin's logo, and it's got like Thor's hammer. So apparently the next game is going to be you're going to be like a Viking.
Oh, that's cool though, because like that's still kind of Europe-y.
Yeah, I feel like they're just doing it so that they can just kind of skin over Odyssey.
Yeah.
Because like they're gonna probably bring in the whole new gear sets and stuff, but I think they just want to bring in like the Viking gods like Thor and like Loki and them and have them.
Well, okay, they kind of had that shit. Like remember they were saying that they were always each one of those gods like when I think back in Desmond
they all their weapons were actual like pieces of Eden.
Yeah, like most of them, every single one of the races thought they were different gods.
Yeah.
So when it kind of plays in together.
That's why I thought it was kind of weird that Leonardo. Well, not really.
When did they go to Asia? They
went to China, but that was like a side scroller thing.
Yeah, that was dumb. I want to see them do like at least a ninja,
you would think, right? Apparently, there's they don't want to do it because it's too easy. Like we want it.
What the? Who cares? Make it extremely stealthy. Make it silent because ninjutsu was a silent thing. It would be cool to see
they go up against shoguns and the shogunate. And,
it would have been cool to bring back the hidden blade like that. That would have been cool. Like they had a little their own little hidden blade and assassins. That's another good way to go is if you do a Japanese Oriental adventure with that because you can put the islands together.
Yeah,
it's a huge strand of islands, and that's.
And then you can have them fight like feudal lords and
Yeah, do a little bit of a Sekiro kind of thing.
I feel like if they do that, they will probably give you like how in Odyssey you have that spear piece. They'll probably give you like a legendary sword that you can bring out temporarily. I think that'd be kind of cool, like a katana. You got Kusanagi, the god, the god slaying sword. That would be kind of dope if it was a piece of Eden.
It would also be cool because if they did it in feudal times, you think. There's feudal there's these crazy mythological Japanese animals, dragons, big lizards and spiders. You could they could fight.
Yeah, you could fight, or maybe you probably
witches.
The witches, or these the fox spirits.
Yeah, like that. You can go into forests and kind of find stuff like this. There's so much you can do with the Oriental adventures of Assassin's Creed, especially if they would go above and beyond to do that.
Yeah, they did. They went above and beyond.
I'm tired of fighting in Eastern Europe, doing the heavy melee fighting. I want to do some sort of.
They have the spears and stuff, which you could easily
I really like like you were saying. I like Black Flag. I like fighting on ships with pirates.
Yeah,
I think everybody
they're over kind of using that same concept. In Origins, they had the ship thing. They get your own ship, and then, or you don't get your own ship. I don't think.
Bones and Skull. Have you ever seen the game Bones and Skulls?
No.
It's a pirate game that Ubisoft did, and they destroy shit with the old timey pirate ships, and you can have schooners on your sides with your main pirate ship with your main guns, and you could destroy ships, and you could create your own pirate RPGs type of stuff. I can't you'll go into it, but they did too much pirate stuff.
Yeah, they're probably come out with another pirate game or boat game too.
Oh, that's cool. I mean, it's cool.
But it's getting to a little longer, so we're gonna cut it here. Thanks for watching. You can follow him at evilmonkey11107. I believe. And you can follow me at StormLeo25 on Twitter, and you can follow me on Instagram there too. And you can follow Geeks and Rebels on Instagram and Facebook. You can, well, that's it for it. You can find you, right? It's just Twitter.
It's Twitter and Facebook at this point.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's an admin.
And Mixer.
And Mixer. Is it the same for Mixer? It's
yeah, same for Mixer. Just you can find me at Evil Monkey.
Yeah. So
11107.
So just watch the video, like, subscribe, tell your friends, try to help us out. Our friend Johnny, shout out to him. He just got became an affiliate for Twitch, so he's getting his stuff together. So
like and comment.
Ask us questions.
Yeah, ask us questions. We'll definitely try and get to answer you guys whatever you guys want to know. We could try. I know we're not the best, but this guy knows so much. And we have opinions. You guys have opinions. Yeah. So write your opinions down, your theories on stuff. Definitely, we'll shout out your theories, and we'll try to see what we can wrap our mind around your theory or anybody else's stuff on whatever. If you are a fan of stuff, we'll definitely talk about whatever you want. Yeah. Like we could put up. We'll definitely anything else definitely will help us.
Yeah. Just don't be afraid to contact us at all, or don't feel like it's like interfered. We'll probably reply either way.
We'll reply anything. Anything if you want.
All right, guys. So we'll see you later and talk to you later. Bye.